Welcome to Lost Without Japan, a podcast based on Japan and your lost without moments. Go ahead and grab your favorite beverage, pull up a bar stool, and join your Nomikai friends as we get ready for today's episode of Good Times.
We're going to start off a little different than normal. This is Good Times. We'll get into our script. We're just having fun right now. I just happened to show David the Nintendo Switch 2, which I stayed outside for Best Buy from like 3 p.m. till 11 p.m. So it wasn't bad, like 11 hours. I don't know how many more times that's going to really be a thing to do, David, like
Mm.
with things being more online and like whenever the new one comes out, what is 8, I don't know how many years it's been since the last one, but like in 8 years, 7 years, whatever it is that going to still be a thing that people do? I don't know, buddy. I really don't know. Like, are you going to be queuing online somewhere? I don't know, but sitting together with a bunch of people that were also waiting for the Switch 2 to come out was fantastic. It was just fun hanging out with a bunch of nerds, geeks, similar peoples, friends, like you make as you're going through, and the time went by like way quicker than what you would think it would, and we we were like having fun doing like reviews. There was a guy, Rich, who runs, who's at that Best Buy that we're at. And if you look up, Lost Without Japan in Google and my Google Maps and stuff like that, and you check my reviews, you'll see mine, and you'll see about, I think it's like 6 or 7 other people that were all saying the same thing, like came for the Switch, stayed for the rich. We were trying to make them famous. We had pictures of them and stuff, David. It was a good time had by everybody, and I got to tell you, we'll talk about this more in a moment, but Cyberpunk on this is way better than what I thought it was going to be, and that's truly why I was looking at it, because I was looking at getting like a gaming PC, which I still will most likely do, but I can wait now, for them to improve, new ones to come out, and see, how that all is. But for all of you that have made that past that opening ramble, welcome to our, our 11th episode of Good Times, where we catch up with each other and talk about things related to and not related to Japan. So pull up a bar stool and join David and myself in Good Times. Good Times is always available through your favorite podcasting service, and most likely, like I said, just one of those things. We'll have videos again at some point in time, but I'm still going through classes. They will end though someday, and we'll have some video and different things back on. If you already follow us on Patreon, thank you. If you don't, feel free to join and follow the show through Patreon. You can do so for free, and there are actually things that you can see that you wouldn't if you weren't following. And if you pay, that goes towards David and I's first class ticket fund uh, for going to Japan together. So
That would be nice.
It'd be nice, buddy. It'd be nice. We can dream. That's what it's all about. But thank you. Link to that is in our show notes. With that out of the way, you're hanging out with David and I in Hiroshima, my one-day home. Maurice is going to be returning soon. But if you follow him on Instagram, and I'll put a link in our show notes today, he's been up to a lot, David, and he's had multiple, photo art exhibits, going on. He is doing a lot, and he's been posting a bunch of pictures of different work he's doing that isn't necessarily all hand based, but it is photography based. What he's doing is pretty darn impressive, and
Mm.
it might be two ships passing in the wind, David, for the next episode. He might be here, and you might be, in Japan,
Yep.
which, you're gonna be missing out, buddy. I'm
Understandable
gonna
for
say.
the
I'm sure you're gonna be in Japan going, man, I wish I was back home recording another episode of Good Times. So,
Yeah,
but
no, it's fine.
how you doing, David?
I'm well, thank you. How about
Uh,
yourself? Been
I'm
well?
doing pretty good, buddy. Like I said, I'm still doing classes. I started my summer jobs. So I had my custodial job, which was yesterday. I have summer school where I'm going to be working with some special needs kids that starts on Monday.
Mhm.
So my summer is going to be filled with stuff because I have not won the lotto yet, and can't afford to just travel willy nilly. You know, so rather than doing nothing but sitting at home, going to earn some money, work with some kids, and put some money aside for Addison and I for our trip, which I'm hoping to be 2 years from now. So it's good. Before we get going too far, David, we have to. This is the part of the show where we talk about our potential sponsor, and this is by Dai Dough, and it's Love Earth. It is water from Japan. I found it at the Mitsuya that's by me in Arlington Heights. And what it is it's soft water, David. And I didn't know what soft water really
Yeah, I
was.
thought water's already quite soft.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking too. Like I know what hard water is, and I guess
Yep.
if you think about like, like hey, that's ice, right? No. But like if you have hard water in your home, you got a lot of mineral deposits and things that build up. So soft water is water that doesn't have those minerals and things that are in it. And if you have the opportunity, David, to grab some soft water, I would do so. Well, what it's really meant for, I found out this is after the fact, is soft water is used a lot in tofu, and it's used a
Mhm.
lot in when people make tea, because it has like truly no mineral or things in it, and it has like no taste. It's the
I was about
most
to say, is it, like, filtered, like, 7 times?
it's something, but because I've had filtered water before, I'd had purified water before, but it still has like a taste to it. This
Mhm.
has nothing. Please go, you know, find some Dido, soft water or soft water while you're in Japan, and just like when you're there, buddy, consume it because it's the most bizarre feeling in the whole wide world. Because like you want to
I will
describe
make it
the
my mission.
taste, yeah, like you want to describe that taste and you can't.
Yeah.
You feel like
The
something's
catalog
on your
is
tongue.
empty.
It's like your brain's legitimately like, "I can't describe what this is." It feels like you have something in, like on your tongue and stuff like that, but then it's you don't because
Mhm.
it has no taste. It's I can't describe it, buddy, but please, you can have some fun one night, finding some soft water, consuming it. Don't pour it into another cup, because that might get some minerals or something in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
some
drink it
taste.
straight. You might get
You
some
can, like,
taste,
taste
so
the cup.
you might taste something, and it's gonna ruin the whole experience. So, yeah,
Alright.
buddy,
I'll do that. I'll make it my mission to at least find it once, and then
yeah.
who knows, might like it, so
Yeah, yeah, like, I mean, I didn't buy enough to try it with tea. Like, I'm
yeah.
assuming with tea, it's gonna be like, if you have some truly, like, some nice tea that you bring back from Japan, having some soft water might be something really cool because you're not gonna have anything except for the tea flavor and what you're
Mhm,
drinking. So, I see the appeal to it, but just drinking on it on its own, the way it's not supposed to be, probably not the way you wanna go.
mhm. Um, I'm assuming it's gonna be a little bit more obviously because you bought it in your house or like groceries at your place. Is it expensive?
It was not expensive. I mean, it was more expensive than, like, regular water, but not
Tap water?
like the real water. But no, it wasn't, like, substantially more money. And I'm
Mhm,
assuming it's, like, the type of thing, like, where something like this is, like, 100 yen. I mean, like, a normal bottle of water that's this size is, like, 100 yen in Japan. This might be, like, 120 or something. It wasn't, like, substantially, a lot more. It's just I didn't realize what it was when I got it. It's just, in with the water in the drinking water section, and they're
mhm,
just like, "Ha, there goes another dumb, foreigner." I mean, I'm back home, but just I feel like the people that check me out. judging. They're just like, hey, he has no idea what he's doing right now. Oh no, that's every day for me, but it's just accented with the water. So
Yeah, that's pretty
uh,
cool.
yeah, and then I know like I'm gonna be celebrating like my birthday recently. Gonna be celebrating it this tomorrow with my dad.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah,
Jeez,
yeah.
just
It's,
bring that on
my
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like get my dad, my sister, and my my kids and I were all gonna head up. My dad just moved back from Arizona. They're gonna be instead of being out in Arizona like 9 months of the year and here 3 months, they're gonna be flipping it and having 9 months here, 3 months in Arizona.
That's pretty
Um,
cool.
yeah, so I'll get to see him some more. So I'm excited about that. Be able to play some cards and do some stuff, and we're gonna go celebrate the birthday tomorrow. Have some. He asked what cake I wanted. I said apple pie. So we'll see. I said chocolate cake or apple pie. Depending on what they can find. But apple pie is what I'm hoping for. So we're gonna go up
Fingers
there.
crossed, because
Yeah,
I could go that now too.
yeah, yeah. And then we're gonna the Cubs, man. The Chicago Cubs have been on a tear, and they've been like, if not the best team in the National League, one of them. And they are playing Detroit Tigers, which is like the best team in baseball right now. And
Mhm.
currently they're 1-1, one win, one loss, both teams. And tomorrow's game will decide the series. So I'm gonna get up there. We're gonna watch the game, play some cards for a bit, and then come back home so I can get ready for work the following day. But
So
yeah,
what cards are
man.
you playing?
We
Just
like to
like,
play Wizard. Wizard is the game. I don't
oh,
know if you've
nice.
ever heard. It's a fun, pretty much. It doesn't require much thought. Game.
Mhm.
So it's not Uno, but in that same realm of like Uno type games and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll watch the game, eat some food, hang out together. Um, and then I don't know if I told you about this. I was on my Instagram and things. Did I last time we were together? I don't think I found the coolish yet, but I don't think we talked about it on Good Times. Or, no, maybe we did. Did I talk about the ice cream that I found, David? Everything's going together right now.
I would say just, oh, like, you know me, like, I have a memory as long as,
I'll say like so.
this,
I think
cable
I
here.
went. Yeah, I'm gonna say no, maybe. And
Yeah,
if I
let's go
did,
now.
I apologize. I'm gonna apologize for people that are listening again. But I found there's two things that I love in Japan. There's multiple things, but like two things that really jump out at me in like kind of like my top five. I got like three or five things that are really like big for me. One of them is Coco Curry. That'd be like number one. If Coco Curry came to Chicago, I'd be like 500 pounds. But it'd be amazing. Uh, the second thing is Coolish, the ice cream that you have in Japan that's in that like squeezable packet, and it's
Mhm.
at all the convenience stores. Vanilla is my go-to flavor. David, they found it here, and I found it here. I've been looking for forever, just hoping that it might appear here one day. And when you're in Japan, that like packet of ice cream is like maybe 100 and something yen. It's like no money.
Mhm.
And of course, four of them in a box here is like $13 US.
Jeez.
so
Jesus, yeah.
so yeah, a slight difference in pricing. But it's so worth it, buddy, because it's like as soon as I started eating it, I was like, oh man, I feel like I'm back in Japan. Like, now. Like just that taste is
Close your eyes.
oh
Close your eyes. You're just like, "Oh."
so good. It was a little hot and humid when I was having it, so
Mhm.
oh, so good. So check if you're stateside or even maybe by you, buddy. Um, like at the because I was talking to another guy that listens to the show. He's in another spot in the US. He didn't realize it was from Japan, and he just was making dad jokes of like, "Oh man, this ice cream's pretty cool ish," to his
Yeah.
kids. And and so he's like, "Oh, I didn't even realize that." I'm like, "No, man, every summer I go, I consume so much of that. It's not even funny." So that's been good. And then I found something else Japan related, buddy. Um, Doki TV. And let me
Don't
put
you
a
take,
link.
like, part
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the convenience not convenience store,
No,
the,
no, just like it's just like a TV streaming TV service that is Japan based, buddy. So
really?
let me put this right here. And it's one of those things where you're just like I didn't know it was there. I was watching the movie. There's like a live action movie that is Real Girl, and the actress that is in it is outstanding. Like she is
Mhm.
so good in it, and you can tell that the crew as a whole was having like a blast doing this. You know what I mean? Like you could
Mhm.
just tell that people were having fun. And let me pull this up. Let me share this with you real quick, buddy, if I can. Um,
So you can access that, streaming service, easily from your current location
yeah, and it's
without, like, VPN and
no,
issues?
so like if you type into your browser right now, um Doki and then that little hyphen
Yep.
T and then TV.com. You'll pull it up and it's Japanese movies and Japanese TV shows. And um chunks of them actually have English subtitles, and it's stuff like you wouldn't be able to get
Yeah,
normally. Cause like I found that like the actress that was in that show, like I like fell in love with. I'm like, she's so you can tell like so real or so, she came off like her connection with the people she had with the cast and stuff like that. Yep, that's it, man.
that's the
She
one.
was
He's not lying. Confirmed.
and she was like, but it was one of those things. I'm like, what else has she been in? And, so I started looking and, like, I couldn't find anything that I had access to or that would be with an English subtitle. So I found Doki and I found one of her, TV series where she's a nurse, is actually on there, and I think there's 2 seasons of it. But I was like, "This is amazing." You know? I'm like and most streaming services right now, David, I think are like I feel like they're 15 bucks a month, 20 bucks a month. It's getting like outrageous, like
Mm.
the pricing that a lot of these has. But this is $5.25 a month for
Really? Okay.
US. And that's it. Or it's
Yep.
like 55 US for the entire year.
Mhm.
So less than $5 a month at that point in time. But I've been watching some things. I wish that they had like an app for the PS5. They don't. If you have an Apple
Oh,
TV,
no.
like if you have an Apple TV, you can do it. They had different streaming services like Roku, and other places like other things that I don't have. But I am able to like Fire TV, Android TV, but I am able to have it on my phone and then I can like cast it to my TV. So even though it's not an app on my TV, I can just watch from my phone. So you know, it's pretty cool, buddy. I'm excited to explore that more. And then, like I said, when we started off the show, the Switch 2 with Cyberpunk. I've been playing that recently, and it's phenomenal, buddy. It's everything
How are the,
and
like, the
more.
control, like,
Oh,
how, like you
the
know what I mean? Like, there's a difference, like, for me, it would be, like, playing on TV and controller, like, but having the whole thing in your hand and you know what I mean? Like
Oh, there's very much a difference, buddy. And it's like you're gonna have to alter things if you just play on the Switch itself.
mhm,
But I have like a controller, like a pro controller for it,
yep,
and it is like that gives you back to where you're like, I feel like I'm playing with my PlayStation, you know?
okay,
So then so even though it's there, and if I can like the graphics and stuff on this is like way more than what I would have thought. Like if you said, "Hey, this is on the Switch,"
yeah,
it's
wow,
here. But like in your hands and things. But I have a controller. They have a super nice stand for the back of it. And I'm just looking forward. I never look forward to those flights.
mhm,
But now I'm actually like, hey man, if I can sit there and play Cyberpunk on the flight, that flight's gonna go by way quicker than
mm,
had it otherwise. But like like a lot of the gaming handhelds with the tariffs and things like that are
mhm,
getting to be outrageous in pricing, like to where you're talking like, $900 or $1,000 or $1,100 US to get like a gaming handheld because of the tariffs and stuff like that.
mhm,
Um, and that's just outrageous. Like, just that's way too much money to spend. This was, way better and it gets me to play the game that I want. And I get to play with my son, my daughter, and other stuff. So we get some family bonding time there. But it is just the graphics and interface and things is way better than what I thought it was. And I was able to get the controls after I played with it for a while to where I
Mhm.
was happy.
Yep.
But it takes some fiddling. It definitely does. Um, but no, man, it was totally cool. I'm very happy. You open up like the gaming case for Cyberpunk, and they have like stickers in there, and they had like free stuff when you download the game. It's like you don't expect anything to be in those cases anymore if you get a physical. And the cool part is that and then I'll get off my Cyberpunk bandwagon, but they made it so that you have the entire game on the game cartridge. So like you can play this just off this and not have to download much onto your Switch. There was a little bit of like an update that was on there, but it was super quick. But like being able to play Cyberpunk off of a cartridge is something that I never thought I'd be able to do anytime in the near future. So it was just like so cool, man. I'm just so happy, looking forward to that next flight. At least being able to play Cyberpunk on another playthrough, and with the number of updates that are coming up, they have an update coming up fairly soon. That's
Yeah,
going to
apparently it's
change
the
some
final
things.
one,
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
just like,
final
man,
update.
I'm like, oh, not now. They've opened it
I'm
all
not
up.
sure.
No final update anymore.
Oh,
They're just
really?
gonna be doing some more add-ons and different stuff. They're making money off the game, so
Mm.
they're gonna keep that running.
Well, that's good. Look, I stopped playing a long time ago, but look, if they keep adding updates, man, I might pick it up again and just, you know, play the shit out of it.
You
So,
got a plane ride, buddy. But
yeah.
hey,
So,
honey, I know we're saving for this trip, but no.
yeah.
So, uh, but yeah,
uh,
man. But yeah, I did that, and then I realized this August, like when we record again in August, buddy, it'll be 4 years. The show has been going on, and 4 years you and I have known each other. And every time I get to that point, it seems like crazy that it's been that long.
definitely.
But
It's
yeah, 4 years in August. So,
damn. I'm getting old.
buddy, I
Do
feel
you know this goes
it.
back to like when you were lining up for the Switch, and you're saying like you never know when that's going to be like your last like physical like launch like collection. Um yeah, because I remember, and this is like slowly on the same topic but like kind of different in the same time. So I remember like back in the 90s when I was a kid, when you went to like the mall or the shopping center like on a Friday afternoon, not afternoon, like about 7 o'clock at night, it used to be packed. Like, it
Yep.
was literally like Christmas shopping every time. And I went there, so what, Sunday now, so 2 days ago, because I went to pick up some scripts from the chemist and some pieces, and my god, it is empty there.
Yeah.
Like, there was, like, you know how you got your, like, the center of the shopping center is, like, where you see most people. The shops on the outside, on the outskirts of, like, the hot spots were just closed, like, you know? And I was just like, "Jesus," like, these yeah, people are missing out on the good old times. So, yeah.
It's
Or
like
maybe
yeah.
it's just no one has any money to spend, one of them. So
Oh, but yeah. No, I think that's a kind of a combination of stuff because I was in line like waiting to go, and there were some people that were like yelling out like, "I can't believe you're waiting for this with the price that it is," and I'm like, "It's financing, my man. Like I'm
Mhm.
not paying for this all at once." But that's still like a luxury,
Yep.
especially now to be able to do that. And I think that's 100%. In some ways that's it, but yeah, there's definite changes. And my son was just happy because um, he had pre-ordered and successfully pre-ordered, so he joined the line with like 2 hours left, and he was just like, he's like, "Man, I'm happy that I joined you and did that." He goes, I haven't had that type of experience before," and he's like, "It was way more fun than I thought it was going to be." And we're
Mhm.
joking with people in line that were there, and I'm like, "I'll see you guys again in 7 years, or 8 years, or however long it takes
Yep.
for the next Switch to come out." But it was a lot of fun, man, a lot of fun. Um,
Yeah, the midnight launches, like, that's gonna be a thing of the past too, so
it's 100%, buddy.
people are
They're
gonna
gonna be
be
like,
opening up, like, a little box in their, like, lounge room that just like, the game just manifests, they, like, materializes out of, like, atoms
yeah, like a drone that
on
just
midnight.
drops it,
Yeah.
like, it's hovering above you. You can't reach it until, it's time, and then it lowers so that you can grab it from the drone, something. I don't know,
Mhm.
man.
Do you know what, like this could be, like, a prediction for the future. I reckon it's gonna go away, like, physical shops are most probably not gonna be a thing
Yeah.
for a while, but I do think it will come back. You know,
Yeah.
like, how things always go out of fashion, come back into fashion, so I
'Cause
reckon it will come back.
it's I agree, buddy. I agree with you 100% because, like, um I'm not saying like, man, if I hit this, sorry if I keep on hitting the microphone today, everybody. I don't know why I'm doing it. It's like the first time I've recorded ever. I feel like, but like, but like if you like, I was like talking to you before we even started. Like, this is huge. Like the Switch feels huge in my hands, and like a lot of I do custodial work for extra money, and trying to save my daughter and I to go on our trip. And there were two like younger guys that are in college right now that I worked with last summer, and I told them I got it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I don't know that I'm going to get it anytime soon," or like, I wonder how much it's really changed. But when they actually like picked it up and like held it and started playing, like they had the original Switch there, and they were playing Smash Brothers. So I had, we plugged the Smash Brothers game into mine, and they were playing, and they're like blown away. They're like, "Oh my god, this is a
Mhm,
huge difference." And it's like when you can physically hold it in your hand, you can see like how much of a
mm,
difference it is. But when you're looking at like a computer screen, even if it's like side by side and stuff like that, you can see it, but it's not like you're really, I think, taking away all that you can for it. So
mm. Yeah,
no,
that's
man,
fair.
it's all good. How about you, buddy? I know we were counting down before as well. Like your trip to Japan is barely a month away
Yeah, a
from
month and 2
now. Have you
days.
what have you been doing with that? Anything yet or
So we're pretty much finished booking. I think the only thing we need to get, and I know it's kinda, like, not last minute, but still need to rent a car.
okay,
That's but if we do not find one, um, that's fine because you can still, you know,
you can do
train
that
to the
there.
destination. So, but driving would be cool. Need to sort out the international driver license. That's
Yeah.
I'd say the next to do, and I'll do this. This can be all done like today, really. Also too, for the um World Fair or the yeah, for the World Fair. Um, because you have to book times. Like, so if I got the tickets to go into the gates. I just need to book time slots for to like visit the Australian building,
Okay.
or any other buildings that are quite popular at the place. So yeah, so if you can book in advance like a time slot, um, then yeah, you're laughing instead of just waiting for a while for the really popular stuff. So
And you said there's
I
like
might.
Gundam stuff that's at the World's Fair or something like that?
Yes, so that is one place that I'm gonna be booking. Do you know what I'm gonna start watching? I'm gonna try to see if I can get maybe watch the original Gundam to the Gundam now. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, like if it
You
still
got a
joins
plane
up
ride
or
for
something.
that. You got a
Yeah,
plane ride for
so
that.
um, that's something I'm pretty excited for. So yeah, so I'll see if I can get to the Gundam stand. Well, it's more than just a stand, I believe. Um, So that should be pretty cool. So, and one more yeah, one hotel for the last night in Tokyo, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and maybe some tours in Korea, but I think we might wing it with Korea.
That'd be fun, man.
Yeah,
I
it's gonna be.
I hit the One Piece store by me multiple times trying to find the Dawn set that was released in the
Yep,
US
yep.
that you'd asked me about. and that's been a no-go, buddy, because
Oh,
that was,
the hot
that
item,
was,
I
like
tell you.
apparently, like, that was one of those things, like, that went out, was there, and it just hasn't been refreshed
Hasn't been
since
back
then.
yet.
So, if and when it does, I'll keep on looking out for you, and I'm hoping,
Oh, look, if you do, you
you
do.
know,
You don't, you don't. So
I keep on
it's kind of
harassing, say, "David needs this, man."
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got him by like the scruff of the shirt over the counter, like he needs this.
I do, sir.
You
I
don't
just work
understand.
here.
Yeah, yeah. You just like
And
make it happen.
make it. You don't understand. It's like,
Yeah, he's gonna be upset. I
he's gonna be upset,
promised
man.
him.
I can't handle that shame. The shame of not finding it.
Yeah, so yeah. Oh look, we had the release of OPO 11, I think a week and a half ago. So that's where that's at. So that's why I've been if you look behind me, there's like cards absolutely everywhere. So I've just been cooking away.
That's awesome,
So
man. I
yeah, I just haven't bought a booster box yet because I'm saving for the trip. But um just well, when I get back, you
You better wait.
they better brace himself. So, and also they released the new starter decks. So,
Okay.
and I believe the buggy deck is the one to go for. So, so I've been hearing on the grapevine. So, and that's what I
It'd
got.
be
I actually found too on release. So
Love it,
it's
man. I
nice.
love it. Um, Talking about like Japan-based things, I might do something with this for
Hmm.
day trips or just something separately altogether. But I love anime that are travel anime for Japan. Like they're based in
Hmm.
an area. Like there's one that was like a pottery anime that took place in a town that's known for its pottery. And they took you to different places and different, things and talked about pottery in the area. Like, kind of like an anime, but like an advertising to come check us out, right?
Mm.
And one that I found that's just for this season is Tabai, or Zatsu Tabi. It's like Zatsu Tabi. That's Journey. Um, Fantastic, man. Fantastic. It's only got 9 episodes out at the time of this recording. But it's about a manga artist, and someone who just graduated, won basically like this manga award for young authors. And she's kind of stuck. All of her scripts are getting rejected, and she starts beginning to travel Japan and ask like her followers like where should she go? North of Tokyo, east of Tokyo, west, south, up, down, left, right. And they tell her, and she goes off and does these things. But the places that she's going to are legitimate, places within Japan. And then they're like advertising or like showing off like what you can do there, like the onsen that's there, or these, like scenic train rides that you can do, and like what you can do in the area and what food is in the area. And it's just like amazing. If you like listen to my show for its day trips, this anime is for you. So like I would check it out. It's so much fun. David, like, if you have Crunchyroll, for your streaming service, download, like a couple episodes for your flight, buddy, because it will make you wanna go, and cram more into your trip than already is, and then you can thank me later.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, you should stop telling people the secret recipe. Like, oh no, that's the secret recipe. Like the secret thing you found. Because you could just totally rip these episodes off.
Just be like, "I've come up with these amazing ideas
Yeah,
that
you're
no
like, you
one
know
has
what?
thought of before." Man, he's got so much. He's like he's an insider. It's like he lives in these areas. He does some research.
Yeah, you're like, wow, the episodes they've really changed from like a like a research thing to a like a actually been there and
Oh
eaten.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Uh,
funny.
but yeah,
Um,
man, it's amazing. I love it so much.
so how's like the animation style? Like, is it?
Like, it's your typical, like I say, more of a typical, like, anime one, but when it gets to the areas,
Mhm,
that you're there, it's kinda like a even a little bit more realistic. So it really is, like, it makes you kinda feel like you're in those areas, and for those of us that miss being in Japan, man, it hits, so hard because it's just like
mhm,
you're makes you feel like you're there and you're adventuring, and it's making me add places to where I wanna go.
mhm.
Which I thought that list was already, filled, but it's, the animation, like, I think lends nicely to what they're trying to do, so it's fantastic, buddy.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, drop it down into the little, chat so I remember, and I'll since it's on Crunchyroll, then that's so much easier to access. Because trying to get anything around like Japanese related type of thing, Jesus, you have to jump through hoops, I tell you. And then like I've gotten to the point in my life right now. It's like I only want to jump for like two hoops. I'm just like yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch it if it's five hoops. So
No, man, it's like,
yeah,
but
Crunchyroll, I can do that one.
yeah, I'm like, because I figure, most of us have that that in our list of things, and with being able to, like, download some episodes depending on the tier that you're at, um, you could have those episodes for on the plane when you can't have, streaming. Yeah,
Hmm.
you have Wi-Fi access, but you can't, like, stream a video off it.
Yep.
Um, buddy, like, I'm telling you, you'll watch like a few, and it'll make you wish you downloaded the rest. I mean, and that, and you could have conversation with your partner too.
Yep.
I mean, that's possible.
I do that enough.
Yeah, that's right. Honey, I have homework from Mike. I got to watch this. I'm sorry.
I gotta
I
do it.
would sit and talk with you right now, but this is really important
This is research purposes. This is for our trip.
for your trip, man. For your trip.
So, how many episodes did you say they have?
I'm 9 as of the moment. So
Okay.
when you leave, they could be completely done because that's, 4 weeks and change.
Yep.
So they could, if it ends in 12 or 13, I don't know. But man, this is something I hope they do a second season of already. And
Mhm.
like sometimes like series begin to drop after like episode 4 or 5 or 6, and they kind of start going down if they start strong, but this has been
Mhm.
enjoyable the whole time. So,
Yeah, nice.
uh,
And I'm assuming they are not just covering one region per like season type of thing. They're just jumping from from north to south, then back southeast, and or
it's
do
it's it's
they?
Yeah, it's like the Tokyo area, but it's like day trippable. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
she ends up spending the night in these places, and I'd say
Hmm.
it's either day trip or it's like a night. Like, you know what I mean? Like you could have it'd be like a couple days. Like you could go somewhere, spend the night, do something for that day before the nighttime comes, do something before you head back home, type
Yep.
of like excursions and stuff like that. And buddy, it's just it's really, like, I feel like some deep cuts, considered like, this isn't something that I've seen on YouTube before for people like, like, for these areas and things like that, so, I feel like this is something that, get before it gets too popular, or
Yep.
something.
And
So,
here's like
you're go
the other thing too that I was just thinking about was uh I wonder when so I'm assuming the person who makes this travels to said place, right? Because
Yeah.
it kind of sounds exactly because if she lives in Tokyo, she's doing day trips, and then she maybe I'm not sure.
No, but
Um,
it's like it looks like literally, like, it's like somebody's taking pictures of different things, and then that's like they've just animated it, you know what I mean? Like, they're in that
yeah,
area,
yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah.
at the temple, they're doing the different things, and it's, yeah, so good.
So yeah, because I wonder how long from like that initial trip to getting the final product. Because like some animes, like they're just like this has taken 7 years to do all these frames, and yeah, imagine that like place doesn't no longer exists. It's like oh damn, but
You're like, "That restaurant would have been good if I had made it 2 years ago."
yeah,
I think I almost feel like this is something that's like, or at least it feels like it's pretty current, you know?
Mhm,
Like,
mhm,
where they're at right now, it's like winter. So
mhm.
I wonder if this is one of those things that they started researching this previous winter, and it's
Ah, yes.
coming
Yep.
out this summer. But it's like I said, everybody, if you haven't seen this already, do yourself a favor, go watch the episode, and maybe we'll do something where we chat about like an episode and see if we one of my ideas I had is like chat about an episode that like say, hey, we're going to do this ahead of time. Go watch this episode, come back, and then we can talk about the episode, what they did, and then we can see if we want to add anything else to that experience we found in the area.
Mhm,
Um, and then it would also create kind of some Google Maps. It forced me to create Google Maps of these different spots, these different episodes that I can add to my to do list. So it's kind of like, two birds, one stone, David.
mhm. I like it. Yeah,
And
that's
have
a
you
pretty good find that you
Oh,
yeah,
I
really
love it. It
great
was
find.
just in there. It was in there, buddy. I didn't see too much, on the onlines or Instagrams about it. Have you sold anything for money yet, David? I wanted to follow back up with you on not holding things too long. This is your intervention moment, for
Oh,
your One Piece cards or your Gundam things. Is there anything that you should have sold already?
oh. I know I'm kind of like I wouldn't say I've sold like cards, like the
Okay.
let's say like old arts of playable cards. I've sold them. And then most probably gone straight from the person to the counter and bought
Well,
another
that's
pack of
good.
cards. No,
That's
not really, because then you just kind of the chance of making money out of that is rough. You know what I mean? But
yes, yes.
for your my big ones, I've done more like trades, if that makes sense. So, like
Okay.
for instance, um, so this is my thinking. So I traded four special prints, like um, what are they called? Like not treasure rares. Yeah, just like a reprint of a card, and it just looks spectacular. And so I traded four of them for pretty much this Kairos leader card. So
Okay.
this is this looks like exactly like from your perspective, it look like your um standard one you'll pull from the pack. So but it's actually a gold don. No, not gold
Okay.
don, gold leader. So if you have a look, it's got like some foiling on it and everything. So
Yeah, yeah.
so I traded for that. The currently the guy who I traded, obviously he would want to feel like that he got more of a bargain for it, if that makes sense. So in value wise, I think I was $60 down.
Okay.
But I believe that set what I traded in, like in my personal opinion, isn't as popular and the prices are slowly going down. So I feel like I kind of scammed him.
Well, it's like and you get something that you wouldn't have gotten, like, that you could have still gotten, but n like, now, like, it's playing with house money, like, yeah, you
Yep.
took a hit, but you got something that you would have had to spend real money for, so you're ahead
Yeah,
of the
and I
game, man.
believe
You're
this will go up more because it's kind of like the other gold dons. You know what I mean? Like the gold dons, I do believe are more the smarter choice because
okay.
um, let's say your leaders and your like cards that you can play with, um, because they announced that because if you have a look on the bottom, there's a little gum fruit, um, very corner here, right
Okay, okay.
there. It's got a number, so so far we got 1, 2, and 3. So they're gonna phase off any cards that can't be used in a like official competition. They're gonna phase them off if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's say if you go to like regionals or not sure about store tournaments, I'm gonna assume that they are gonna have that rule too. That you can't use any let's say series one cards. So and that's gonna definitely affect a lot of pricing for um particular cards, I reckon.
It was like with
Because
Magic. Yeah, that was with Magic too, like, you'd get, like, the set, and, like, once it got, I forget what they called it, like, like, but Yeah, when they cut it off and they're like, "Yeah, you can't use it in competitions anymore." Those prices for those cards just, like
Just
for some of
tank.
them, like yeah, they just tank so hard. Some it stays, like
Yep.
or it continues to go up, but for the majority of stuff, I'm like, if you haven't gotten rid of it, you're like you don't even have like 80% of the value that you had originally.
hmm So, but the cool thing is that Dons don't have that problem, Don cards, because um, you know what I mean? Because
You can use them.
they're just for the same purpose, So
Yeah,
this gold Don or this Don card do all the same thing. So, um, yeah. So I got like 3 gold Don cards at the moment. Like people who listen to
it's
this and they're just like, yeah, I got like 10 of them, But
I
you know
bathed
what I
in
mean?
them, David.
Yeah. 3, that it.
Ah,
Um,
ah.
but yeah, you know what I mean. Like it would be nice to pull them all, but the rate of pulling them was crazy. I'm lucky to even pull the one that I have here. Um, but I've slowly been trading my way to like like more investment type cards. Stuff that
Smart man.
I believe that will um so yeah. Um so I'm just trading away just and holding stuff. Also too I got this. I found actually I was given this, so I was very thankful. So it is a sealed sample deck for the Gundam.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's nice, man.
yeah, so it's got the sample only stamp on it.
Amore. Sample. Yes.
Yeah. So um it, apparently the deck size is a lot smaller, like 'cause it's obviously um just people who want to kind of because they gave these out to people who want to play or test play Gundam before it gets properly released in July. So and that's
I
another thing
can't.
too. I'm still looking for um I'm going to be looking for like Gundam opening promotion stuff
While you're in Japan,
while
yeah.
I'm there. So like if they have on the day, I'm not sure when they fully open. I think on the 11th or on the 21st. I can't remember. I have to have another look because they changed the dates.
Just remind them who
Um,
you are. Be
yeah.
like,
So
hey, I'm David.
hi, looking for some cards. But yeah, hopefully I'll come across some like release promotion stuff. That would be super cool.
Well,
Just
well, man, I would make my day, especially come back and show off some things. That would be super cool, buddy. I'd love that. I'd love that for you.
Mhm.
Gonna be
So
like, you know, I'm hopeful for you, man. I hope that you have some sort of event or something that you can kind of like pop into, and then come back with something cool, flex on the people back home.
mhm.
That's the way to do.
Yeah, I think the World Fair would be. I think maybe a likely I could find something there on the Gundam thing. I reckon that's my best bet at this time.
I would hope
Um,
so. I would hope so,
yeah,
buddy.
that would really. Whoa, could you imagine?
Yeah,
So like
that's
something that's rare to go to. I know that they have what's it called? Gundam ground base or something. They sit the like they randomly like here in Sydney. So I have to drive 2 hours to Sydney from here. Um, so when I get back, I think 2 weeks or something, they're gonna have like a stand in Sydney somewhere, and I'm pretty sure we can get some promotions from there if I can't get them in Japan. So um, they might have something there. I
I,
have it all saved anyway, so and like I said, my memories as long as it's cable. So yeah. So oh look, I'm just looking forward to if I can find a whatever. I don't care what it is. So
hey,
hopefully it's cool.
one. No, I'm hopeful for you, buddy. I hope you get some cool stuff. Retirement level investments. Um, I put a link in our chat, and because I was just gonna, I'm like, we're already at 50 minutes. I'm like, we're already at a length of time, and I get to do dinner here for my daughter here in a little bit. But I couldn't back out because Black Thunder, my favorite snack, one of my favorite snacks from Japan. Um, and I've had the Black Thunder ice cream. When you're there this summer, buddy, if you've not had the Black Thunder ice cream, look for that in the convenience stores because that's like when they start pulling it back out again as summertime.
Mhm.
And when you're going to be there is perfect timing. But they have a Black Thunder Stout beer in Japan right now.
Oh my goodness.
Does that, does it mean it comes out, like tasty and stuff? I don't know, what to think of this, but I love the candy. I love the chocolate. Maybe this is going to be something great.
I don't know. You could be onto they could be onto something. Um, but stout. Oh, I don't know.
well,
I'm kind of a fan, but not at the same time.
because
So,
I haven't found like a chocolate beer. Like I've tried them before. It's not been something that I've been too much of a fan of.
mm.
But I'm just like, maybe this one's the one. Who knows?
Hey, look,
Um,
if the Japanese do something and they make two things into the one thing, that shouldn't
yeah.
be, but it works. So,
Um, I've got a Luffy card for you, buddy. I put this into chat. If you can click on. One Piece sets sail for Dodger Stadium for One Piece night promo pro baseball event and giveaway. How much is this card gonna be, buddy? Talk about investment ones. You get how hot Otani and the Dodgers are in Japan right now. Um,
wait, I think I know the one you're
yeah,
talking about. I was gonna ask about it. I was like, can you get this? But, um, which chat did
buddy.
you
That
put it in?
it's the live stream chat, I guess, on
Oh,
our
jeez.
thing.
How do I access that?
I know, buddy. I was doing the same thing, but if I had my screen pulled out more, it was like in the bottom corner, like bottom of my screen, I had a little chat thing to click on,
Oh,
and
there
then
you go.
yeah, and it's not the first Sora, but the second one that I sent to you, and it says if the only characters on your field are Straw Hat crew type characters, you can set up to two of your Dawn cards as active. This leader gains 1,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. And it
Jeez.
says like it's a dawn. It shows a strike up there in the corner for the dawn, like for baseball. It shows him pitching, um, throwing, doing something. Oh, buddy, that's as cool as cool could be.
Wait, I'm not sure if I can. No, I
Let me
don't
see.
think I can join the chat.
Oh, well, here, let me share my screen. Then I'm going to share it with you
Yeah,
right
do
now,
that because
buddy.
I think it's saying it's upgrade my plan. Oh,
You must
I
pay.
don't have a
What do you
plan.
mean? I gotta pay. There we go,
um.
buddy.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, now we're cooking. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, I can't go to the Dodgers baseball game for you, buddy. I apologize.
Yeah, I know. I kind of. I think I looked at it. I was like, that looks
This
pretty
is gonna be
cool.
worth something, man. But yeah, July 3rd, one per person, first come, first serve. There's gonna be a line out the door and back for that. And then they also had like a straw hat too. Look at
Yes, that
that
looks
one
pretty
piece straw
sick.
hat. Like, oh buddy, this is like that's huge.
Yeah,
Huge,
so
huge, huge.
that is that the. Oh yes. So I think that's that.
Monkey.
Yeah, they came on EBO too. So yes, I this card is gonna be worth so much now.
Yeah. I mean, you could
Like,
basically pay for your baseball ticket. I'm assuming by what you could sell this for.
uh easily. Like, if I had to guess, it would be most probably 600-700 Australian.
Yeah. Here's the
Like,
stout here.
currently.
I
Oh
would
yeah,
I would
nice.
I would get this just for the art itself.
Yeah.
So all good stuff there, buddy. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to hearing about your trip and stuff. I know
Mhm.
you're going to be leaving like in a month and like 2 days from when we
Mhm.
talk. But let me know if you happen to are free in 2 weeks because let
Yeah,
me
I'll make
stop
time.
sharing. I figure what I'd like to do with you, buddy, is because it's my day trip time. We can pick one of the places you're going,
Mhm.
and maybe haven't researched as much, and we can just do a little, find thing for find things for David's trip. You know,
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Or
Um,
it could be watch that first episode of the anime I talked about, and we just, kind of do the same thing. Chat about the anime and
yep.
find some things for there. So we'll talk about it, my friend.
Have you ever done any day trips for Kumamoto?
I want to say I'm gonna have to look, buddy. Now it's like coming up on 4 years. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look. It's like every 2 weeks times 4 years. I don't know what that is math wise. I'd have to ask my daughter.
Mhm.
I'd have to look in our like our show stuff. I feel like I've done so many places, but that one I'm not sure, buddy. I'm not sure.
Because I think that would be the most probably ideal place to do it because I'd have therefore I think 3 nights,
Okay,
and I think one of the days we have nothing. So um,
that'd be even better.
and then yeah, so whatever we come up with or find, um, I could actually
I
do the real life version.
Yeah, yeah, no, and I don't. I just typed it into my Google Drive, and I
Mhm.
don't see anything. So that's a good sign, buddy.
Mm.
That is a great sign.
If that doesn't work too, there's a couple other places we can do. Oh, even if it's like 2 seconds away in that area. So
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
everything's close by, and I would like to go down south a little bit more from Kumamoto for like a day trip. So
But
see what
yeah,
happens. I think we
we'll,
can cook something up.
I like it, buddy. I like it. Yeah, just let me know, man. But no, if anybody happens to live in LA and listen to the show and makes it to the game and doesn't want the card, please reach out and
It's
we can
worth
get
nothing,
that
by the way.
mailed. Nothing at all. Don't listen to earlier. But yeah, feel free to mail it to David. I can get you in touch. So if you've
Yep.
got that,
Oh my
um,
god.
Dave, David will gladly pay the post to get it sent to him.
Hell yeah.
So and I'll send like a sticker or maybe two, your way as well. So
That'll be crazy. Um, I think also too in Germany they had something very similar to a soccer game.
okay.
They released a leader, a Luffy leader in the jersey of said team, and apparently that looks pretty good. And that goes for yeah, I'd say a little bit of money, but
At least $5.
at
As
least $5. Yeah, yeah. I couldn't imagine going any more than that.
No, no, no. It's a lot of money already. That's like how many coolish is that?
Yeah. You know, I
Could
can actually
bathe
get
in
coolish
coolish.
here in not too far from my house. I
I
get
love I
vanilla and chocolate. That's it,
They have a
and
lemon
that's
one.
kind of good.
Yeah, they have a lemon one out by us that I've not tried yet, a lemonade, flavored coolish, but it's always like there's so many of them there, and like your vanilla goes first, chocolate second, and then there's just lemonade that's there.
Do you know on my
So,
first trip, because it was in summer, I did not have coolish.
see, and that's okay. That's okay. We all make mistakes in life.
Yes, that should be part of one of the what not to do on your first trip in Japan.
That's right. Don't miss out
Um,
on your coolish and don't miss out on cocoa curry. You know.
yep. Oh yeah, that too. Cocoa curry.
Oh,
Also, I
that's an episode.
literally had it on my second one. So,
That's
but
an episode waiting to happen. What not
yep.
to miss on your first trip to Japan.
Yeah, very nice.
No, I love it, buddy. I'm gonna uh, let's sign out here. I'm gonna make dinner for my daughter, make them some tacos, and then roll
Hmm.
up with the rest of the night, buddy.
Actually, might do the same thing tonight. I think you could give myself a dinner idea. Easy, great, it
Super
works.
easy, and after playing D&D earlier today, and the time that's left, that's about as much energy as I have left for the night. So it's gonna be
Very
perfect.
nice.
Perfect. Well, David, on behalf of Lost Without Japan and the entire crew, I'd like to thank you all for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you on board again for our next regularly scheduled episode as we continue our discussion on Japan, travel, culture, and our Lost Without moments. Who knows? Next time you hear David's voice, he could be that much closer to Japan or just getting back. So, to everyone out there, oh, Ginky Day, stay well, my friends.